Wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me.
We are waging war on mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, bringing you again another Motivational Monday. Woo! I am so excited to be here with you all tonight. If you would, if they can't grow with you, they can't go with you. Let's go ahead and start inviting our top 5. Let's get them on here so they can have this bread-breaking moment. Thank you, Vaniqua. I am back in the lab again. Can't wait to bring this bread-breaking word. And I was actually, my kids were on fall break. My kids and my wife were on fall break last week. So I was going to try to pop on, but we were still driving. So it didn't allow for me to pop on last Monday. It was my goal to get to the hotel early enough so I could pop on Vaniqua, but we were still driving, so it didn't work out. But I'm here tonight, and we're going to have a bread-breaking moment. I'm about to share this to my top 5. And if y'all would do the same out there, share it to your top 5. That's not right. Discard that. Hey, what's up out there? If you would, please, anybody you want to make this journey with you, share this video with them. If they can't grow with you, they can't go with you. Holla at your boy. I'm sharing this now to my top 5. And if anybody you're getting this out there, just know that you're important to me. And I think, hey, Mom, thank you for joining me. If you get this from me, I just want you to know that you're in my top 5 and your success is important to me. I want to see all of us climb this mountain together. I want to see all of us walking in our goals and our dreams and living our best life all together. But that only happens if we get some of the same information in common, because I do believe that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And I think the motivational teacher to the masses and this bread that we break, honestly, man, to me, I think is one of a kind. So if you would, please share this to your top 5 right now. Let's get them on here. I'm about to get ready to send mine in about 1 second. Hey, what's up out there? I'm starting to see the eyes add up. If you would, man, holler at your boy and let me know. And then I've been getting so many messages. You know, you don't really know who listen to these until you're not here one Monday. I've got so many emails and text messages about me not being on last week, man. It really makes me proud when I hear from people that they missed that we were not on here. So I appreciate you all shouting me out and let me know how valuable these Motivational Mondays are to you. But let's commence to the bread breaking. Episode 130 of Awaken Your I Am. And tonight, I want to focus on self-confidence. Tonight, I want to focus on self-confidence. Starting to see the eyes come in the room. If you have not, please tag your top 5 people, write their name in the box, and invite them to watch with you tonight. If you have not, people that you want to grow and flourish with you, invite them tonight. All right, because tonight is going to be one of these bread-breaking moments. I missed you all last week, so I got to come with double energy tonight. We've been talking about the power of self-love the last couple of weeks, and we've gone through given a lot of explanations why it's so important that you love yourself and that you make sure that you give yourself what you need, because we share and we give from our overflow. So if I'm not filled to the full, to this overflowing, that there's no way I can give someone the best version of who I am. That may be my kids, that may be my work, that may be my spouse, no matter who it is. If I'm not overflowing in my own personal relationship with the great I am and my awakened I am, you will go bankrupt. So we talking about self-love and making sure that you see yourself as a priority and making sure that you're doing the things necessary to keep your cup full, so that when people receive from you, that you don't go bankrupt and you don't have and you're not fatigued and tired. The point, I've seen so many people that are really good people that decided they didn't want to serve people anymore. They decided that they wanted to change how they walk. They decided that the life they were living of helping people wasn't worth it. Why? Because they went bankrupt. And I don't want us to be in that same situation. So tonight, I kind of took the self-love idea and thoughts. Okay, here come my people. I kind of tuck the self-love. And I said, what would cause a person not to really see themselves as a priority? What would cause a person, we dealt a little bit with self-esteem last go around as well. And tonight I want to focus on self-confidence as it relates to us loving ourselves. And this whole series is called Awaken Your I Am. Everything that you want from your life, everything that you desire out of your life is on the other side of your awaken I am. And so many of us will focus on external problems. We're focused on the people that are around us. Hey, Gene, thanks for joining us. And we're so focused on everything externally that we negate the person or the thing that could get us to the next level in life. And that's my awaken I am through the great I am. We sit there and it's amazing at how many people compete for a job, or how many people compete for this, or I want to be the main one in my family to do this. And there's so many external competitions with other people that they never fall in love with their awaken I am. Tonight, I'm going to break bread because I'm challenging us to believe that everything that God has for me is on the other side of my awaken I am. The great I am awakens my I am. Everything that I desire is on the other side. I have no somebody get in the chat box. I have no external competition. There's no other human on earth keeping me from God's best. Somebody get in the chat box and holler at your boy. I have no external competition. There's nobody or no thing externally outside of me is keeping me from God's best for my life. Oh my God, that is liberating right there, because we've been struggling for so long thinking that it was my upbringing. We've been struggling for so long thinking that it was my boss. We've been struggling for so long believing that it's somebody else, that we've never taken the time to say, man, I got to look in the mirror. It's me versus me. There is no competition to the awakened I am. Oh my God, that is so liberating, knowing that I don't have to kiss my boss's butt for a promotion. It's so liberating to know that I'm not in competition with my spouse to be the best in my house. It's so liberating to know that I'm not in competition with my siblings to be my mom's or my dad's favorite. I have no competition, for the awakened I am. It's always me versus me. That's a bread-breaking moment. It's always me versus me. So when we are having this conversation, episode 1/3 of Awaken Your I Am, understand that it's me versus me. I have no true external competition because, oh my God, can I say this? Because me plus the great I am, we are the majority. I have no external competition for anything that I want out of my life. If we can just get our minds around that, we spend so much time wondering what somebody else is doing, how they're doing it better, how they got to where they got to, how that's keeping me from going to where I want to go. And we're wasting mental energy on somebody else's plight that does not belong to us. Maybe that individual has an awakened I am. Maybe they learned this information earlier. We don't control how they got there. We only control that we're maximizing the talent that God has given us. Hey, Lisa, thanks for joining us. You're right on time. And tonight, for a brief moment, we're going to talk about self-confidence. For a brief moment, we're going to talk about self-confidence. Motivational teacher, why is it so hard for me to have that self-confidence in moments of despair, or in moments of confrontation, or moments when the bill collector calls and says the money is due, and I know right now I don't have the 2 pennies? Why is it hard for me to have the confidence that if I put my name in for that promotion, I can actually get it? Why is it so hard for me to have the confidence that the doctor said that I had cancer, but I'm going to believe for God's healing for my best? Why is it, motivational teacher? Why in times of controversy and of doubt and unbelief, why is it, motivational teacher, that I tend to unfold and I become unstable in all my ways, and my thinking is left to right, and I'm being switch to and fro. Why is it motivational, teacher? I'm going to talk about that tonight in this one word called confidence. I got Vaniqua chiming into this conversation. I feel that's the number one reason people take their own lives, always feel a need to put due the next. I agree. And I feel so bad when I hear how suicide rates are going up and how people are not happy or are disengaged with their own lives to the point to where they feel that it's better for me not to be here. And man, I'm just wishing that if they had 10 episodes of this Awaken Your I Am, I really do believe that this is changing people's lives. I really do believe that if someone is having those thoughts, that they need to spend at least 10 episodes with us before making that decision. And I believe that lives can be changed, man, because even with tonight, what we're going to talk about is in times of controversy and when things aren't working, keep up with the next. Now, I'm with you. I know exactly what you mean. Trying to keep up with the next. I know exactly what you mean, Vaniqua, and I completely agree. Even with this word tonight, confidence. This word confidence. I want to break this word confidence down to its root word so we can see why so many times in controversy or in tough situations when there's storms in our lives, why it's so easy for us to lose confidence. That word confidence, root word prefix of confidence is con. That prefix means with, together, or in association. Now, this is going to be a bread-breaking moment tonight. I don't know what's up with YouTube, with Facebook tonight, but I see YouTube is here, and we're going to break this bread. This word con means prefix with, together, and association. So that word confidence means that there has to be some harmony. There has to be some agreement. Congruent. You think about a lot of the words with con, there has to be some togetherness. There has to be some association. That's why I don't like calling people convicts, because if you call a person a convict, they have to be in agreement with that conviction. They have to be in agreement in how they see themselves, and people perform how they see themselves. That's why I don't like calling people who committed a previous crime a convict, because that's why reincarceration rates are so high that once a person go out, they're most likely going back in again. Why? Because I see myself as a convict, that there is some association, there's some agreement with or together. Oh, I'm going to break bread tonight. You might as well get ready. Tonight, I'm coming for your intellect. Tonight, I'm speaking to your humanity. I am speaking to your humanity tonight. And while we have to be on one accord with our deity, because if not, we will accept we will accept a prefix that is not meant to shape our lives if we're not careful. That word con means there has to be some association. If there's an opportunity, if there's something that I always keep hitting, there's a roadblock that I always keep hitting, there's a belief pattern that I always keep hitting, there's something on the inside of me that has an association on the inside of me. There's some con, there's some agreement on the inside of me that keeps leading me to that same situation. If I attract the same kind of guy that's not good for me, it's not that those guys are attracted to you, it's that you are attracting those guys. There's some agreement, there's some association between you and those guys. Man, I always find the same job that there's some agreement between you and those jobs. I have a friend that just left the old city, came to a new city, left the old city and came to the new city 300 miles away and found the same two jobs. Instead of finding one job that pays me the same amount of money as two jobs, they came and found the same two jobs. Why? Because there is some association. I don't see myself as valuable enough to make X amount of dollars in 1 week. In order for me to make X amount of dollars in 1 week, I see myself as a person that needs two different jobs. There's some agreement. That word con, come on, man. I'm going to break this down. That there's some agreement to this thing or this issue that I keep seeing in my life over and over and over again. And I cannot get past this situation until I change my association. Oh, that's a bread breaking moment. If I get off the thing right now, that is a bread breaking moment. Talking about confidence. That word cons is self-association. Who do you say you are? Oh my God, I'm breaking bread right now. I'm breaking bread right now. What are you associated with? Do you see yourself? And now, listen, when I say do you see yourself, I'm not talking about this worldly vision of see. When I'm talking about do you see yourself, I'm talking about from your deity side. Do you see yourself as a person that's worthy of ascertaining $1 million? Because if you don't see yourself on the inside and that there's some association to debt and lack, you can never get that money, no matter how hard you pray, no matter how hard you believe. That's why so many people that go back to the grave, that leaves earth with their potential on the inside of them, because there was some association or some agreement where they didn't see themselves as worthy of the gifting or as worthy of the calling that God had bestowed upon their life. That's a bread breaking moment. What you got cunning in your life, go at your own speed. With so much competition with everybody around us. And when I don't get it at the same pace, Vanika, you took me here. When I don't get it at the same pace as someone else, then I must believe that it's not for us. See, there's an association attached on the inside of you where you believe that your self-worth and your self-confidence need to be validated by somebody externally. And so you see that somebody else's promotion is a demotion for you because there's some association on the inside of you that draws your confidence to the acceptance of male, female, Homo sapien alike. I'm just on con right now. Oh, it's going to be a bread breaking moment. Self-confidence. That word confidence, let's break it down. Root word confide. That word confide, oh, we going all the way in tonight because it's my goal to show us that everything that we believe and everything that we've known up until this point of our life is a result of a set of circumstances or a result of stimuli from our environment that we have adopted as truth. That word confidence automatically says that there's some association on the inside of me that gives me the validity to believe what I believe. Oh my God, that is strong right there. That is strong right there. That word confide. Confide means to tell someone about a secret or a private matter while trusting them not to repeat it to others. Let me say that one more time. That word confide means to tell someone about a secret or private matter while trusting them not to repeat it to others. Confidence, confide. And see, the thing that I love about confide, that when you confide with yourself, it's wrapped up in your association. It's wrapped up in what I believe. And so when it says confide to tell someone, I'm talking about when we confide in ourselves. Like, what's your self-talk when nobody else is listening? What's your thoughts and your belief pattern when there's nobody else around you to see or hear what you're saying to yourself, to not know exactly what you believe? What mental loop? I talked about this. I read a book and they talked about the mental loop. What mental loop are you on? And what does your mental loop say about you or about your association? You confiding in you, it has everything to do with the association and togetherness of what you believe. So eventually we're easing into confidence. You can't get to confide without con. In order to have the right confide, you got to first get the right con. You have to get the right con. You have to start building the right association in your synapses to believe, to get the right mental loop as you confide in yourself. Until you're able to build the right association, your mental loop, it's hard to confide in yourself, the confidence that's needed to walk out God's best for your life. It's very difficult. That's why people can sit in churches their whole life and never see manifestation. That's why people can work on a job for 40, 50 years and never get promoted. How, motivational teacher? Because their con is off. And when your con is off, you're confiding with yourself. Your own mental loop is off. And when your mental loop is off, you cannot have confidence. Because it's all started from the wrong initial thought or the wrong initial thinking. That's why we have to allow the great I am to awaken our I am. There is no success without the awakened I am. There is no success without the awakened I am. I'm 130 episodes in it, and I'm learning so much day by day as I walk through this series, as I walk through this concept, as I walk through this thought, through all these self-help books. I walk this thought all the way through the Bible, and I'm starting to understand. The more I understand, oh my God, can I say this? I'm going to say this. The more I understand, the more I read, the more I meditate on this, the more that I'm understanding that if God is for you, who can be against you? Who can be against you? If God is for you, nobody can stand against me. But as God is for me and my con is off, I am my own worst enemy. I don't need my worst enemy is my inner me. I don't need an enemy external when my mental loop is off internal. I am my own worst enemy, and we spend so much time trying to chase down lies on Facebook. We spend so much time trying to build a life on Insta. We spend so much time on social media trying to portray a lifestyle that we know my mental loop cannot support. Oh, that's a bread-breaking moment. And then if somebody have a conversation with me more than 15 minutes, they automatically know that the life that I'm portraying on social media is a fraud. Because the first thing that comes out of a person's mouth, that mental loop is off. They talking about how somebody else is holding their neck down. How the man is holding me down. The white man is holding me down. The black man is taking my opportunities. Man, the females are moving up ahead of us right now. And there are all these excuses as to why I cannot reach the fullness of what God created me to be. And it takes somebody 15 minutes to start hearing those excuses before we realize that the life that you're building is a fraud. I just broke bread. I just broke bread. That is deep. That is deep. Because because what I tell myself in private supersedes what I say in public. Because if I don't believe it in private, oh my God, if I don't believe, check your boy out. If I don't believe it in private and I put it out there in public, I need the public to validate what I don't believe in private. If I can only be the motivational teacher to the masses when I'm in front of 15,000 people, then privately, I don't believe that I'm the motivational teacher to the masses. That's a bread-breaking moment. Man, I love the fact that when God had nobody else to swear by, he said, man, I swear, I'm going to bless you. I swear by me, I'll bless you. When Moses went and asked, he said, who do you want me to tell Pharaoh sent me? He said, tell him I am that I am sent you. I don't need an audience to be I am that I am. I am that because I spend time with my confided in my mental loop and I know who I am. I don't need the validation of Pharaoh and all 4 million people in order for me to know. Tell him that I am sent you. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment right there. Tell them I am sent you. I don't need an audience to know that I am. My mental loop, my conversation with myself lets me know that I am. I don't need 10,000 people to validate that I am the motivation. Man, my preparedness validates that who I am. Boy, that's a bread-breaking moment right there, if I've ever heard it. You're looking for validation. I don't look for external validation. My validation is in I am that I am. You can call me at 4 o'clock in the morning and I can give you an hour on awakening your I am. You can call me at 6 o'clock at night. No notes needed. I am that I am. I can give you an hour without even looking at one note. Why? Because I am that I am, boy. Tell them I am sent you, motivational teacher. Oh my God, that's a bread. I can run out this room right now. I can run out this room right now. Great I am is awakening our I am. If you only have it in public and you need public to validate you, the moment the public turn away from you, it's gone. Have you ever seen a public figure who goes through a scandal and you hear from them no more? It was only because they were powerful with an audience. That's a bread-breaking moment. We see people go through scandals all the time and fight their way back to the top. We see people struggle all the time and fight their way back to the top. When you see a person go through something and never make their way back because they were only it in public and did not live it in private. You can't, man, whether I got one eye or I think this moment is prophetic right now as I look at my screen. Whether I got one eye or 1,500 eyes, it doesn't matter to me. Why? Because I am that I am. Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. That's a bread, man. Do you understand the freedom that comes with not needing the world to validate your gift? What if, I mean, one of my favorite people is John the Baptist. What if John the Baptist needed all the Pharisees and Sadducees to validate his gift before Jesus could be baptized? He would have never been baptized. What if Tyler Perry needed a bunch of people to validate Tyler Perry Studios before he ever had the vision of buying Fort McPherson base in Atlanta? I'm telling you right now, if you don't have it in private, and you're only trying to build this public perception, then that public perception is your reward. And the moment the public turns on you, then you no longer believe, have confidence, or able to confide in the gifting that God has given you. That's why God always builds the man in private before he make him public. I think doing it any other way, you are a thief and a robber, and it cannot last the test of time. Awaken your I am. Awaken your I am. Talking about that feedback loop, confiding. What do you tell yourself in private matters? What do you tell yourself? Now, I'm not saying, I know sometimes doubt, self-doubt, unbelief, it's gonna sneak in. I'm not talking about those moments where it sneaks in and you cast it out. I'm talking about those thoughts that you allow to linger when nobody else, the ones you repeat when others aren't around. What do you confide in you? See, the challenge with us and confidence, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm going to come back to it. The challenge with us in confidence is that there's no harmony between our heart and my head. Wrong way. My head and my heart. There's no congruency. There's no harmony. There's no sense of working together between my heart and my head. And so when I don't have my heart and my head working together, that can only be confusion. That can only be confusion. And see, here's the true challenge. The true challenge is that people really believe that their brain changes everything. That if I just get my brain where it needs to be, your brain can't change a situation. Only your heart can. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. That's a bread-breaking moment. Oh, if I could just get this information, you can hear information and it never changes you because it never reached your heart. Your heart changes your brain. It's not your brain change your heart, or it's your heart that changed. He said, let this mind that be in Christ be also in you. What he didn't say your brain. He said your mind, your will, your emotion, your thinkers, and your choosers. Let your heart be renewed. That's why he said, in him, I live, I move, and I have my being. What is that? That's a renewed heart. That's why salvation, soteria, nothing missing, nothing lacking, wholeness and soundness. That's not a head change. That's a heart change. When heart changes take place, it changes to the very core of the emotion. When head changes take place, the external stimuli can deceive you to believe that you are what you believe you are, what you think you are. But my heart says, I'm more than what I think. This is who I am. That's why your head, your brain can never outperform your heart. You can hear this information 57 times. And if you don't understand how to impart or how to incorporate making this your heart, making this your autopilot, then a lot of things in your life can never change and you can never max out your awakened I am. Because it's not truly who you became, it's who you were in that moment, in the state when you had the information, but that new information never became your new autopilot. Joe Dispenza says it like this: in order to change your personal reality, you have to change your personality. That's why he says that, because you have to get changed at the heart level and not just hear information at the head level. He said, in all you're getting, get understanding. Not in all you're getting, get knowledge. In all of you're getting, get understanding. Why? Because you understand it changes at the heart level. Oh my God, this is bread breaking. It will be absolutely all for nothing to gain. That's why you see people with PhDs or psychologists have the worst lives than people that they're seeing, that they're seeing on their sofas. Why? Because they got head knowledge and they get heart knowledge. I got a friend that's a psychologist, and my friend's personal life is a wreck, although she counsels other people about their life, and she know all the right answers for the people that sit on the sofa, when in her own personal life she doesn't have any of the answers. Why? Motivational teacher, because she has head knowledge. She went to the university, they gave her all the head knowledge, but they didn't show us how to connect our head knowledge with our heart. That's why we have no confidence in moments and times where things get rocky and things get tough, because at that moment we operate from head knowledge and not from heart knowledge. Oh my God. Confide. This is a bread breaking moment, man. Honestly, I think I've given so much right now. I can really pop off this thing, because I think this first 30 minutes, you got to listen to it 5 or 6 times to connect your heart to what I'm saying, because a lot of this information, I told you, a lot of this information is, you have to get it. You have to get it from here. Oh my God, that's a bread breaking moment. And that's why a lot of people hear stuff like this one time, never go back to it. It needs to marinate, because it never becomes heart knowledge. It only becomes head knowledge. And what you know in your head is not necessarily what we live. That's a bread breaking moment. That's a bread breaking. What's up, Devon? Come on, I think that's Tina. I don't know. I just see Facebook user. But I'm telling you, Pat, I'm challenging us to find that mental loop, to find that mental loop in confidence of who God said we were, to get that mental loop, to start regurgitating what God says I am. I'm telling you, like, listen, man, if I built my own mental loop based on, what's up, Barbara? Thank you for joining us. Now Facebook is starting to wake up. I think that was a problem earlier. Hey, Charles, thanks for joining us, bro. Look like Facebook is just getting connected. I don't know what happened, but welcome, Facebook. Hey, the first 30 minutes of this thing was off the chain. Y'all can ask YouTube. It was off the chain. You're going to have to go back and listen to this. Once you get done, go back and listen to that first 30 minutes, because it's going to set up the next 30. Not right now, but do it later. What's up, Charles? Thanks for joining us. If my mental loop, honestly, was built in who I thought I was, or what I've seen in my own life, y'all know my story. It was 8 of us in a 3-bedroom trailer. We had to heat the whole trailer with the oven, because we had no other means of heat. There were times that we got off the school bus, we had no lights in the house. My dad was in and out of prison. I was the first guy, I was the first male on my dad's side to get a high school diploma. I was the first male to get a college degree. If I only went by what I knew growing up, there's no way I could sit in front of you with this confidence and this boldness, because I would be rooted in what I've seen and what I know. And you can't have confidence when you're only finding, you can't have confidence if you're only building your story in your external stimuli. That's why a lot of people don't go for promotion. That's why people don't believe they should be debt free. That's why people don't believe they should be millionaires over and over again. That's why people don't believe they should be healed and delivered, because they're finding their confidence in their external stimuli. And anytime your confidence is built in your external stimuli, you depend on your external stimuli to validate what your head knowledge. You depend on it to validate what you know. And I'm challenging you to change that feedback loop, that you find your value in who God says you were from the foundation of the earth, that you find your confidence that what he said, the awakened I am, is found in what the great I am has said in and about us. Any other way, I gotta break bread, ladies and gentlemen. Any other way is flawed, and any other way will not stand the test of time. That's when you begin to cut corners to get to the top. That's what begin when you got to tear down people to keep moving. That's when you're competing externally with other individuals, because you need that external stimuli to validate what you believe about you. Bread broken. Let me slide on. Come on, Lisa. Wow. Hey, Facebook, y'all been missing me, and YouTube been getting it on. Confidence. All right, we talked about con. We're talking about confidence. We've broken confidence. For the new people just coming on, we were broken confidence down. All right. And we talked about the prefix con. We talked about confide. And now I want to get in confidence. The word confidence is the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. Oh my God. Come on, man. Come on, man. That word confidence is the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. Motivational teacher. Why is it that when times get tough and I'm trying to kick this bad habit, motivational teacher, I'm trying to quit smoking, motivational teacher, I'm trying to lose weight, motivational teacher, I'm believing for the corner office at my workplace, motivational teacher, I have a nonprofit that I'm believing for a motivational teacher. But it just seems like I can't get that motivation. It seems like I'm struggling so bad, motivational teacher. Every time I start to move, what is it, motivational teacher? It's the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. Oh my God. That's why you gotta be careful what truth you understand. Let me say it this way, or the truth you stand under. Because the truth you stand under either becomes your new ceiling, or the truth you stand under now becomes your new floor. Motivational teacher, what do you mean? If I'm struggling to believe, come on, man. If I'm let me say it this way. Let me change belief, because people water down belief. If I'm struggling to connect my head and my heart to believe that there's a nonprofit on the inside of me that should feed thousands and thousands of people. If I'm struggling to connect my head and to connect my heart to believe, all right? If I'm struggling to believe that, then in moments where I need confidence, where I need to know, be certain about the truth, I waver and I negotiate on my dream and my goal. I negotiate because there's something on the inside of me that's wholeheartedly, my head and my heart are not connected on this issue. And I can't make a decision in faith because I don't fully believe that this is where I'm supposed to be, or this is what I'm supposed to do, or I don't believe I'm supposed to forsake all for this vision that I believe God has given to me. So if I'm not certain about this truth of something, then I'll never make decisions completely aligned with the manifestation of the truth that I say I believe. For God so loved the world that he gave. that he gave his only begotten son. He so loved the world that he gave the most valuable thing that he could. I'm about to break bread. Motivational teacher to the masses. What I'm saying, that if you believe in your gifting and you believe in your calling and you believe in what God has given you, then I gotta give. I gotta give myself to it. I gotta cast my confidence in it, because it's the great I am who awakens my I am. Do I believe God gave me the vision? And I gotta tell you something, even if you make the wrong decision, believing the right thing, God is obligated. God is obligated to bring the right. If you give yourself to the wrong thing, believe it's the right thing, God will absolutely use that experience for your next promotion in your life. Hey, Elka, thanks for joining us. See, we're so concerned about making a mistake that we become we have paralysis of analysis of God. I just need you to move forward in faith. I'm not going to tell you where you're going, Abraham. I just want to get you moving in that direction. And the vision will become more clear as you begin to move. But Abraham was certain that there was something more on the other side of me leaving. And so my question to us is confidence, the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. What's the truth that you believe about you? What do you believe? Is your I am awakened enough for you to say, I put my hands to the plow and I won't look back? Is your truth, is your truth, let me re-say it just like I said it. The truth you believe about you is that when Elisha walked away, he burned everything, so he had nothing to go back to. What truth do you believe about what God has given you? What truth do you believe about your gifts and your talents? We sit there and we listen to people who are doing average things in their life, and they convince us that what we want to do is way beyond our reach. And we listen to average-minded people, and they begin to shape us how to think in mediocrity, just like normal people. I got to break bread to you. I got to break bread with you right now, that you got to know, if you're going to do something above the norm that you ever happened in your family, you got to understand that you got to be willing to walk away sometimes from normality. You got to be willing to cast your confidence on him because he cares for you. Oh my God, that's a breaking moment. Cast your confidence on him because he cares for you. My awakened I am will not allow me to live my life in average. And the challenge for a lot of us is that our I am cannot be fully awakened because I'm trapped somewhere in between I'm trapped somewhere in between where I was and what I can be. Or let me say it like this. I'm yesterday, I'm the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. We're trapped somewhere between yesterday and forevermore. That my yesterday I can't walk completely away from yesterday because my mental loop is saturated with the failures. Come on. I think we need a paradigm shift. My mental loop is somewhere trapped between the failures that I experienced 5 and 10 years ago when I tried something similar. And since I can't escape that mental loop, that I'm trapped in my yesterday and I cannot fully fulfill my tomorrow because I'm trapped in yesterday. So my yesterday becomes my biggest enemy. It's not my boss. It's not my sister, my sibling that they said was going to be more than me. It's not that teacher that said I can't learn everything. It's me being trapped in my own yesterday that will not allow me to be the best version of who I can be today. Oh yeah, I'm going to break bread. And so my confidence lies somewhere in between what I thought and somewhere between what I thought and what I can be. Motivation. Oh man, I'm telling you, this is deep tonight. I'm trying to get you out of Lodabar. I'm trying to help you understand that David is on the throne and he's looking for somebody in Jonathan's house that he can bless. Does anybody know Mephibosheth? And I believe God is looking for you in the same way, saying, hey, you are part of Abraham's lineage. I want to bless you, but you got to come out of Lodabar. Oh, that's a bread-breaking moment. You cannot stay in Lodabar and eat the king's food. You cannot stay with an Egypt mindset and walk into the promised land. I got to get you to cast your confidence somewhere else, because the mental loop you're telling yourself is keeping you hindered. It's keeping you hindered. Yeah. I gotta say, God's grace is phenomenal. I gotta say, you're better off today than you were yesterday. But eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what's been laid up for you. Don't allow yourself to sit in mediocrity because you're doing better than you were 5 years ago, and you believe that this is the final resting place for you. I'm telling you, no, don't get caught where God was 5 years ago. Keep moving, because there's more for you to accomplish on this earth. Awaken your I am. Your confidence is the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. The truth of something that I know is that I am the healed of God, maintaining my health. Come on, somebody say, election time, I will pass, I will win. My heart and my mind is connected. Man, that heart and mind coherence, if those two things connect, these are they that turn the world upside down. But until we're willing to burn everything that I know, Elisha, until I'm willing to walk away from my brothers, David, until I'm willing to go above and beyond what I know, I could never truly eat the good of the land. I got one more I got to get to, y'all. Confide, confidence, now self-confidence. It took me I did a 3-minute intro. It took me 43 minutes to get to self-confidence. It took me 43 minutes to get to self-confidence, and we use self-confidence interchangeably as if it takes, as self-confidence is something I just automatically have. Self-confidence is nothing that one person automatically has. I'm going to break bread tonight. Some people put on a facade because they're insecure and they want you to see self-confidence externally, but on the inside, they're really shaking in their boots that one day somebody gonna find out how insecure I really am. And that insecurity looks like self-confidence because it's just a smoking mirror to cover up what I really am. Can you repeat what you went over again? Yeah, I do the best of my ability, Ryan. I do the best because in the moment, bro, man, I don't control how I come out. I'm a vessel in the moment, but I'll try to hit it again. But I said, we went through working on, we will spend the first 43 minutes trying to get to confidence. I define root or prefix. I define confide, which is root word. And then I did confidence. And now I want to talk about self-confidence, a feeling of trust in one's ability, qualities, and judgment. I want to talk about self-confidence. And some people say, man, that's a very self-confident person. I got to break bread. Confidence comes when there's coherence or there's harmony between, let me start here, with my heart and with my mind. There is no true self-confidence without there being coherence or harmony between my heart and my mind. A person can look so insecure in times of victory, but you see them behind closed doors, their life is a wreck or is a mess because they don't know how to deal with conflict, and they've learned how to give the world self-confidence while I live in insecurity. Come on, man. That's why you see someone like, I can't remember her name, the former USA winner commit suicide because she's been giving the world what they see as confidence. She's been giving the world what they wanted to see through her. Hey, Angelique, thanks for joining you. Thanks for you joining us. We've been wanting to give the world what they want to see externally, while on the inside, we're dying. But no one could tell because I've been taught how to give the world self-confidence externally. But there's no coherence. There's no harmony between my heart and my mind. So what my mind gives the world is what the world is looking for. And you can never find true validation in external stimuli. True validation comes from who God is through you. That's a bread breaking moment. True confidence comes through who God said in and through you. When moments get rough, I did the HBDI profile. When moments get rough, you got to lean more to your deity and say, God, I know I'm here for a reason. I know it looks grim. I know it doesn't look good. I heard the diagnoses. I heard what the bill man just said. I heard what the bank just said. I know it doesn't look favorable right now, God. But I believe, nay, in all these things, I'm more than a conqueror. I'm hanging my hat that I'm more than a conqueror. Whether they come get it or they don't, it doesn't change the fact that my heart and my head are on one accord when it comes to me more than a conqueror. It doesn't change the fact that all things work together for my good. Externally, all hell can be breaking loose, but internally, it does not change the fact that in all these things work, whether they come get it or not, whether I file chapter 7, chapter 13 or not, whether they foreclose the house or they not, on the inside of me, come on, man. There has to be harmony between my head and my heart that says I'm more than a conqueror, and these things, which the promises, shall come to pass. And I'm not relinquishing. Y'all heard me. Facebook, it was just me and YouTube on here. I had 1 or 2 eyes on here. We didn't have a lot of eyes on here, and it did not change how I broke bread. Why? Because the eyes don't validate the gift. Come on, man. Whether I got masses or whether I got one, I'm going to break bread as if it's the same, because the one person on here, the great I am, saw fit that they needed to be here. So I got to give them 140,000% of what I got to give. Come on, man. I am that I am. The moment I get to, no matter what it looks like, it doesn't change what I believe about me. My confidence is, my self-confidence doesn't rely in what I do. It relies in who do it through me. Oh my God, in him I live, I move, and I have my being. I don't cast my confidence on what I see. I don't even cast my confidence in what I know. I cast my confidence in that I am that I am. I said it earlier. When Moses asked God, who should I say sent me? He said, tell them I am sent you. It was Moses and God one-on-one. It wasn't 4 million people. It wasn't 4 million people. It wasn't Herod and all his whole council up there. It was me, God, and Moses one-on-one. He said, man, tell them I am that I am sent you. The moment where you get that kind of coherence between your head and your heart, that you can say, man, I'm a billionaire before I'm a thousandaire, and you get that kind of coherence, it doesn't matter when Moses went over and said, hey, man, God said, let his people go. Pharaoh said, no, I can't do it. He said, Moses, go back and tell him again. I said, let my people go. He said, all right, you won't let him go? Now, I am that I am. Now, you can't stop the movement, no matter how you try, because that head and the heart coherence is going to keep the movement going. I got to go get what belongs to me. Come on. My mom said true confidence is when you stand while agreeing with the great I am promises for my life. You got to, in his being. Her mom said, Amora, she really knew God. Oh, that went too fast. Vanika chimed in this conversation. Her mom said at her memorial, she really knew God, but I'm most wondering if that was just another way is she wanted people to believe she had it all together. Could be. My thing is, hey, I'm the bread breaker. My thing is, I'm going to say this. Come on, Pat. You just put it out. I'm going to say this. I'm trying to think of a way to make this palatable. Knowing God. What does it truly mean to know God, or to know? I subscribe to the thought of knowing God that it's more than just getting to heaven. Like, I think there are a lot of people that just know God, know Jesus just enough to get to heaven. I subscribe to the thought that I think that this life that we're living on earth, to me, is more important, or is just as important as when I get to heaven. Because this life that I live on earth has the ability to impact a lot of people and manifesting God's best for their life. When you get to heaven, ain't none of this motivational stuff anymore. Ain't none of this stuff anymore when you get there. Like, I believe that my life on earth, my time spent here is intentional. I do not believe I'm here by mistake. And so if I'm here right now, that I believe that knowing God is knowing me. Come on, man. That's a bread-breaking moment. Knowing God is learning to know me, because God put me here for a season such as this. I got to learn to know. I have to awaken my I am so he can do in and through to me what he wants to do. There's more than just heaven. I think that Christianity, I think religion, I ain't gonna say Christianity. I think religion has told us that this life that I live is not as important as when I get to heaven. And there's so many people that are so in a hurry to get to heaven that they miss their assignment on earth. Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. That's a bread-breaking moment. You can go to church, Vanika, and not know God, because what good? Oh my God, I'm gonna say this. Some people ain't gonna agree with this. What good? Oh, I'm gonna say this. And y'all see, I don't like, because I don't want to turn anybody around for whatever. What good does it do Moses to know God without going to tell Pharaoh to let his people go? Moses was meant to deliver 4 million people. But now Moses on the backside of Midian. And Moses died on the backside of Midian. Did Moses fulfill his God-given destiny for his life? That answer is no. And I do believe that we will have to give an account. He said that why many will say, Lord, Lord, didn't I cast out devils in your name? He will say, depart from me. We're going to have to give an account for what he called us to do for this. It takes no faith to believe God when you dead. Come on, man. It takes faith to believe that I can move mountains while I'm on earth. It takes faith to believe, man, that I can impact millions of lives. It takes faith right now to believe that there's an organization on the inside of me that's meant to put shoes on the feet of 100,000 kids in my city. It takes faith for me to believe that there's a restaurant on the inside of me that's supposed to feed my city. If you love me, feed my sheep. If you stop, do you feed Peter? Feed my sheep. And I think we've lost our assignment because we have no confidence in who the one that's calling us. Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. We have no self-confidence. I believe God can do all things, but I don't believe God can do all things through me. Come on, we got earthly assignments, and there's a disconnect. Vanika, you took me down this road. There's a disconnect between what we know and what we do. There's no coherence between my head knowledge and my heart knowledge. Let me say it this way. There's no harmony between my head knowledge and my heart knowledge, and my life end up average. Because I know a God, but I cannot do exploits because I don't believe, or I don't have confidence in what he's given me to do. I got confidence that he called T.D. Jakes. I got confidence that he called Joel Osteen. I got confidence that he called Eric Thomas. I got confidence that he called Inc. I got confidence that he called Earl Nightingale. But I don't have confidence that he can use me in the same way that he used them, or in a different way he chooses to use me, how I choose to use my life. But I don't have faith in the fact that I could be called to be used in a different manner to impact lives. There's a disconnect between what I know and what I believe. We'll never fully eat the good of the land until we have that self-confidence that comes from knowing who the great I am is. And God wants us to have confidence in life, not boastful, not arrogant, not prideful, but be assured in the knowledge of who he is, or who we are in him, or let's say it this way, or who he is through us. He wants us to be assured of that confidence. And for me, that's why you hear me say that it really doesn't matter externally what the stimuli presents, because I'm falling in love with the process that it takes to become the motivational teacher to the masses. I'm falling in love in the process of what it takes to be a great father. I'm falling in love with the process of what it takes to be a great husband. And once you begin to fall in love with the process, you're not necessarily looking for results. You're only looking for growth. I tell my team every day, 1% better. Every day, I'm just striving to be 1% better. That's it. Atomic habits. I'm prescribing to be 1% better. Why, motivational teacher? Because I understand that if I do 1% better over the next 5 years, my life will be changed from the inside out. I'm not chasing numbers. I'm not chasing things. I'm only pursuing 1% better so my earthly assignment can be fulfilled. I'm not concerned about when I get to heaven. Oh my God, that's a bread breaking moment. I'm not concerned about when I get to heaven. I'm going to walk around. I'm not concerned about when I get there. I got too much work to do on earth. There's too many people that needs to have that I am awakened by understanding who the great I am is and through them. I don't have time to worry about when I get to heaven. I'm going to scream and shout. No, I'm going to scream and shout today on earth because I'm 1% better. I'm going to come on, Ryan, you know that song. When I get to heaven, I'm going to scream and shout. There'll be no one there to turn me out. It might be. If you ain't doing it right on this side of the dirt, it might be. So concerned about tomorrow that I'm not fulfilling my obligations today. We got to change how we see ourselves. We have to change how I see my assignment. Somebody said that earlier on this earth. I'm not one. And I mean, we've been here a while. I'm not one who subscribes to the theory that heaven is my reward. I'm not subscribing to the theory that just heaven is my reward. I'm subscribing to the theory that me growing 1% daily shows my faith in who God is through me, that I have confidence that I'm going to have the self-discipline to devote myself to study, to devote myself to meditation, to devote myself to the gym, to make sure that my body is capable of fulfilling the mission that you've given me. I'm not subscribing that heaven, I don't need to have my body in shape to get to heaven. I don't need to study to show myself approved in order to get to heaven. I need to do that to be more valuable on earth. I need to do that. Come on, man. They go night. I need to do that to be more valuable on earth. Like I think we've missed the mark, and that no one has told us that there's something I got to do today. There's something I got to do tomorrow. And that's why it's so easy. And it's that the divorce rate is just as high in the church as it is in the world. It's because we forgot that we're so planning for the by and by that we forgot that I got to do the work today. I can't cast off what I got to do today for tomorrow. I got to do the work today. And I think we've gotten so far down the road in the great by and by that we've kind of quit on our earthly assignment. And I'm saying today that you got to awaken your I am, that there's something that you must do in this season of your life. There's some gifting that you've been given. There's some special in you on this earth that you've been given. You got to do it. Do what you can today. You got to get busy now. Not waiting on some big event to take place. I'm not waiting on, I know what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, and you see normal people that are just taking up their weapons to fight. Those are people that say, I can be valuable today. I'm not going to hide in exile. I got to help deliver my people. To me, I don't know what their faith is, but to me, that's more of an awakened I am than a lot of people who sit on pews, because these people see the value in my fight today that I may not see the outcome, but I know my fight today will yield value for the people tomorrow. It's people that right now grabbing guns that are sitting on their sofas 2 weeks ago, grabbing guns and gear, trying to defend their constitution or their democracy against Russia. Then there are people sitting in pews at church and hearing about God 30 years who have yet to arm themselves to fight, to do what God called us to do. Like, oh my God, I think we got to start changing what we believe. We got to start changing what we believe. Got people chiming, y'all. I got people chiming this conversation. I've been on here too long right now. You got to do what you got to do now. Come on, Devin. I hope I'm saying it right. Devon, I think that's right. Let me know if that's right, bro. I want to pronounce your name right. Ryan, going back to the alignment between the heart and the mind to sustain what's given to us on earth, there has to be coherence. And that's why a lot of people don't see manifestation, because there's no alignment between their heart and their mind, or their head and I said this way, their head and their heart. There's no alignment between their deity and their humanity. None at all. And where there is no alignment, there cannot be massive results. It cannot be. God is not a man that he should lie. If he said, if thou believe, you can move mountains. The only way to move, only the word belief is heart and head coherence. Yeah, you can move mountains, but not if you don't believe it. We say it with our mouth, but then our heart is far from it. You can't move mountains, and we make empty confessions all the time that we know our heart is not attached to them, and they don't profit us anything. They sound good. But there's no connection to it. Y'all been on this thing an hour and 5 minutes, and I told y'all I missed y'all last week, and honestly, I could go an hour and 5 more minutes, but I'm gonna see how I told y'all if you missed the middle of this, I said I can go an hour. I can show you my notes right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 lines, and I'm an hour and 6 minutes in it. I can do this because I'm becoming it. I don't need masses' eyes to confirm that I'm the motivational teacher to the masses. Every time I sit down, I feel it. Listen to me. There's more alignment between my heart and my head. Every time I sit down, it causes me to just come into a little bit more alignment. And eventually it's going to be like a lunar eclipse where it all lines up and bam, people going to say, man, this dude just got him. No, this dude been doing this 8-9 years, but it just took that long before the total alignment took place to where there was complete harmony between that. And see, you don't quit on your process, because it's all about it just lining completely. Believe me, Abraham, you're the father of many nations. He told Abraham that before he even had his first son. And it's the same thing for you. Just keep working, keep grinding, keep working. You're going to get there. You're going to get there. Trust your boy. Man, I got to get off this thing. I've been on here too long. Thank you, Angelique. Thank you, Faniqua. Thank Lisa. Thank you, Pat. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank you, Ryan, for getting in this conversation today. Devon, my mom. Thank y'all for getting in this conversation today. Elkie, I appreciate it, man. Hey, you got to go ahead and get the replay. I'm going back. I'm listening to the replay. You go back and listen to the replay. I appreciate you all joining me tonight. Went a little over tonight. Got excited about missing y'all last week, so I had to give a little bit extra tonight. But I was feeling this with everything that's on the inside of me. Everything that was on the inside of me, I was feeling this one. So, and until next time, I am challenging you to wage war on mediocrity. Your boy is out.
It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage